Morning, morning, everybody. Michelle is here. It is March the 4th, 2023, on this beautiful, and I think it's Saturday too. I mean, which don't matter to me, the dates, but I know people put a lot of effort into Saturdays because that's usually the day that people are spending time with their families or their loved ones or just doing whatever they want to fucking do, after they've worked a whole week of work and or activities or whatever that may be. Um, Yeah. I think back in the day, though, it really didn't matter what day it was either. When you got to work, you got to work. Sometimes I remember my granddaddy on my mom's side, he would be up at 4 o'clock, taking care of the animals and stuff like that. Because, um, my mom's people, you know, I mean, it's still we're still just trying to figure out, what's the dynamic with my mom and her family because I mean they were huge, extremely huge, meaning there was just a whole lot of them running around. But I don't know if I told you guys when my mom first had her stroke. At the same time, two of her sisters had a stroke too, which I thought was odd because I wrote it down in my diary, and I'm thinking, it didn't register to me at that time that situation happened. Around the time my mom had her stroke, two of her sisters had a stroke too, or they had another stroke because I think some of them had. So it's just so ironic, right? Ironic that kind of those kind of medical conditions can happen, you know. And so I think it's all nefarious, in my opinion. All nefarious. I will not back down from that ever. Okay, uh, because I mean, you could tell over the course of history, they're trying to erase us from the Greeks, trying to erase us from existing, trying to erase us from the books. They're trying to ban the books, and so, and I think I asked this question some time ago. I don't know where I was when I asked the question, because a lot of people say they're doing a lot of healing, and I say to you, you have nothing to be healing from. If anybody needs to be healing, it's non-black people. Okay, think about that. We don't have anything to be healing about. There's nothing. There's nothing in us that we need to be healing. Okay, we're the carriers. Okay, so if anybody needs to be healing, is non-black people because of their ignorance and not understanding that they're going to be eliminating themselves, and one group in particular, and others are going to be so undistinguishable. You're not going to be able to know who you are because you're going to be so. You're going to just lose like Asian people. They were originally. I mean, they're called yellow people, and the Indians red. Blah blah blah. So, if I'm not mistaken, uh, it's brown, yellow, and red that was original. But I'll find that out. I mean, this is, like I said, this is not going to be. You're not going to know all this right away. You need to start. Like I said, you just need to bring yourself up to par. Bring yourself up to par so that you can be able to register this yourself in the flow of energy that's coming through all the time. Attempting to reach out to us via our spiritual senses, if you want to say that. If you, yeah, if you want to say that, your spirit via your spiritual senses. You're not gonna get it from your vision, your hearing, and all those factors that we've been led to believe. Like I said, there's more than five. I gave you two, sensing and receiving. So there's seven, and then there's others senses as well, under 15. So just figure it out, you know. So I would necessarily stop saying that you need to heal. Okay, if anything, they need to heal. Okay, we did nothing wrong. We're the carriers, and as a result, you know, who they existed. Okay, and I'm gonna go back and get some more history on that because everything was all, it goes further back. Everything was planned and developed in such a way. And sure, everybody gets nefarious and get greedy and get crazy and irrational. And that is what always throws everything off and out of balance and out of whack. You're always gonna find someone who thinks they're above everybody. Okay, always. And white Americans, at least in America, white Americans are those type of people. Now, are all of them? No, keep telling you it's a small group doing it, and nobody seems to pick that up, saying and realize how irrational it is to have a small group of people controlling billions of people. Now, how much sense does that make? It doesn't. It makes no sense at all. So you're shackling yourself. You put the chains on yourself. Okay, when you accept that reality. Okay, and dark people and black people have been trying to wake everybody up to that realization. Even though we were in chains, okay, but everybody else is too. What you do to us, you're doing to yourself. You're shackling yourself. And like I said, because of so much of the interference, there's a lot of light-colored people that are not going to be able to stand the rays of the sun. And I think I said that before. The sun can be, and a lot of people say. So the thing is, everybody's saying everything, but nobody's walking the talk. This has been said. The sun can kill you, and the sun can warm you. The sun brings you light. The sun can bring you death. So, and that's the same thing with everything. That's why you got to bring things back together. And not be trying to make things all positive and then all all negative, or it is negative, it's not positive. Just try to neutralize that and think a little higher than that, than just always on a material level. All right, bring it to an energy level. It's all about energy anyway. Creational energy. That's what it's all about. It's about energy. So, and energy is invisible, but yet you got these idiots tinkering with it, and they're gonna kill themselves, and and they're gonna want to bring everybody else with them. And that's cowardly anyway. How someone would go in somewhere and just take out everybody. And I think more so there's just a lot of self-hatred, and that may explain why people wanted to be in blackface. Why would you want to be in blackface? If white is so pure. See how I'm telling you to think when you do these plots for these movies? If you love yourself so much, why would you put blackface on you? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and say that for now. I just want to say good morning, everybody. I know some people are still in bed, even though it's Saturday. And I'm going to get my day started. Of course, what I'm going to be doing, but then at the same time, I need to get stuff kind of organized and decide what I want to kind of get rid of and blah 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 blah. I gotta get stuff out. If you're not using things, at least get them out and see if anybody else wants it. Instead of just clutter. Having all this clutter in my house and with items or things that I haven't even touched. Okay, so I'm going to send a piece of love again. And this is universal love as well. And I'll be back. And trust me on that.